Alright, hey guys, this is Megan. I'm a person back in a brand new video, and today I haven't done this in a good while, but I have a good, reason to be showing my face and doing this because we're finally doing the Q&A. It's super long-awaited by me actually Q&A, because I've been wanting to do a Q&A for like so long, and I was never able to like actually get it off the ground. But this time I got a whole lot of questions, which I'm going to read off my phone here. I just want to say a couple things. The reason why we're doing this is it's a Q&A and a giveaway. It's because, we've come this far. I'm 10,000 plus subscribers now, and one of the videos has like 1 million views, which is insane, especially the 1 million views thing. And the 10,000 sub thing is also insane, which is, it's just so much. It was so much, and all this happened in like a really short period of time. So I'm really happy that I'm finally able to do this, and I'm gonna be able to finally do something for you guys. And I do have a Q&A, a giveaway to do at the end of the video, I guess. I'll explain how it's gonna work. It's not gonna be too complicated because I'm not even a fan of complicated. So yeah, it's just basically, I don't know, the mechanism, how it's gonna be, but you have to comment on this video, basically. Something like that, but I'll get over it. I'll talk about it when I can, and yeah, let's just get started. So what I'm gonna do is I'll be just scrolling through the questions that you guys asked me in the video that I asked you to ask me questions on, and that's how we're gonna continue this. So thank you for everybody who asked the questions. You're making this video possible, as well as everybody watching, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so scroll all the way down here, and we have Blade_Cloudy YouTube asks, I'm not sure if this is ironically a question he's asking, or if it's a joke or anything, but good job. It doesn't have a question mark at the end, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway because why not? That's the whole point of this. But are you gay? No, Blade_Cloudy, I am not gay. Thank you so much for your interest in my sexual personal life. No, I'm not. The Review King asks, what's your favorite Spider-Man design? Design. As in suit? As in, like, logo? Design. I really like the original, I guess, 2099 one that he has going on. Let me see if I can find it. I just like made eye contact with it. This one, the original 2099 Spider-Man one. I do like, I guess, the design of this, so I hope that answers the question. Alfredo, sorry for butchering this, but Sumi BK, what's your favorite Marvel Legend, and what's your favorite football team? My favorite Marvel Legend? It's obviously gonna be a Spider-Man. I kind of read through these a couple weeks ago to see like the main idea of how this was gonna go, and there's a lot of questions about like what's my favorite, and I think not the problem, but the thing with favorites is that it fluctuates. It's like all over the place. At least for me, it's like favorite. It depends on what, like, how I'm feeling that day, and like maybe the next week I'm feeling different, and maybe something else is my favorite thing, and so on. So like favorite isn't always consistent, I guess. But if I were to pick yeah, my favorite Marvel Legend, it would have to, for right now, I guess, my favorite right now would be the Scarlet Spider Spider-Man that I picked up at the SuperCon in Florida. Miami, back in Miami. So that's pretty cool. And what's your favorite football team? Football. I don't follow American football. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I'm actually not from the United States. I'm from Central America. And back home, football is soccer. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer this as if you're asking me what my favorite soccer team is. And that would also depend because there's a lot of leagues. I did grow up playing soccer. I was actually I was playing semi-professional soccer with a local team here, and for my state. But yeah, for soccer, I guess it's just like, it depends. If it's like Spanish soccer, Football Club Barcelona for sure. If it's like European soccer, Bayern Munich would be it. And if you want the World Cup, I always root for Spain or Germany. Along those lines, just Spain, German. They're beautiful football, the one they play. And for American football, I don't follow that, and I don't want to offend anybody by bashing anything because I literally have no idea what I'm talking about. So no American football for me. Gamer LA Jaya 13 asks, why haven't you shown your face? Here it is. Actually I have. There's a video like I did like a year ago, 2 years ago, and I did show my face. There was a couple of videos that I did. They're from a while back. So yeah, there's a lot of confused people there because there's a lot of people who think I'm a dude, but I'm not. The same person asks, what is your favorite Marvel Legends? I did answer that. And the same person asks, I think this is the last question because I don't want to annoy you. What is your favorite comic book character and your favorite underrated character, as in not many people know this character or appreciate this character? My favorite comic book character is obviously Spider-Man, and underrated, Jessica Jones, for sure. I think she's for me at least, when the whole Defenders thing came out, like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, The Punisher, and Jessica Jones came out, everybody was hyping over like The Punisher and Luke Cage and everybody else, and nobody was hyping over Jessica. And then I watched the first season, and obviously I watched everything else, but Jessica Jones was she's absolutely the best one out of all of them, for me. And for me to find somebody else that thought that she was cool too was really hard to find, because everybody was rooting for Punisher. Everybody's favorite Defender was Punisher. Everybody was like, oh, Punisher here, Punisher there. And I was like, dang, Jessica's actually really great. So Jessica Jones for sure. I do have her figure. Mr. Awesome Aaron, what is your favorite WWE and Marvel Legend in your collection? Oh, WWE, there's like so much to choose from. And again, with the full favorite thing going on, it's not consistent. So it would have to be the Elite 16 Kevin Nash. I don't have it in hand right now because we're moving. Everything is, my entire collection is in boxes right now. So sorry that I can't do too much showing you guys, but for WWE right now it has to be the Elite 16 Kevin Nash. And Marvel Legend, I did answer this. It was this guy. Error Blade, opinion on the wild card rule. Error Blade, I have to be honest with you, man. I have not been watching WWE for a good while now. But I did read something about how nobody understood how this worked and how it has absolutely zero relevant, like it's a bad idea, basically. And it's so random. It's such a random thing to do all of a sudden. And that not even like the wrestlers themselves didn't even know what it did or what it meant or how it worked. So yeah, I'll give you that. Jack Roberts, opinion on the Kevin Owens pipe bomb. I actually watched this a couple days ago. Nice. That's all I can say, just nice. It was like, it's one of those oh shoot moments, because you know, WWE is so boring nowadays, and so now every single time you have one of those like one of those like scary, not scary, but it's like, is this off script, is this not off script moments, kind of flashback PTSD for CM Punk moment that's kind of like, oh shoot, alright, it's going down. So I thought that's you know, of course the only thing I was thinking was, oh my god, this is literally CM Punk but a couple years later. But it's literally the same problem about how there's, you know, people who shouldn't be in the covers of things that are, people who are taking up TV time that shouldn't be because people don't want them. There's other people who have proved day in and day out that they're the best, and they're not being celebrated half as much as the other people. So yeah. Wow, I do not know. It's a lot of words and letters. 4T3, that could be an L. 14NOF4 L3T01. Congrats on 10K and 1 million views. Have you watched Avengers Endgame? If so, thoughts? I did watch Avengers Endgame. I had never cried so much during a singular movie in my life. It was really bad. It was so bad. I mean, spoilers. I was crying all throughout. It was 5 seconds in, I was crying. I was crying when they went back in time, when Tony, met his dad, and they hugged it out, and he talked to him and said goodbye. when when Steve also went back for Peggy Carter, and he was kind of like being creepy, looking at her, and I was crying through that. I was crying when people died. I was crying when people came back. I was crying at the final scene where uh, Captain America was finally able to, hold the Mjolnir, and he was fighting everybody. I was crying through that. I was crying through all that. The whole women power scene that they had, where all the women came, that was crazy too. I was crying. The whole movie. I was crying. It was really bad. But really awesome. I was talking to my friend. He's my best friend. He's back home. He told me that he asked me what I thought about it, and he was like, this movie wasn't as good as Avengers Infinity War. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, I cried a lot during Infinity War. And I was like, wow, because Infinity War didn't hit me half as much as Avengers Endgame did. And it was kind of funny how it hit us differently. So I guess everybody has a different opinion about this. But yeah. Same person. Also, what is your favorite action figure and movie? Action figure? Well, action figure. Wait, do you mean like in general action figure? He didn't specify like Elite or Marvel Legends. I guess if we go outside of that, because I collect a lot of things. I collect NECA, Marvel. I used to do DC. I do UFC, dinosaurs. Well, for a while, the NECA Nathan Drake was my favorite figure, for sure. So, the NECA Nathan Drake would be another, like an outside action figure. My favorite movie? I'm sorry to break it to you guys. I'm a girl, so Mean Girls. I'm sorry. Mean Girls is probably one of my favorite movies ever. It's so great. Ultimate Pack. If you had to come up with a Marvel Legends figure wave, which characters would you put it in, and what would be the Build-A-Figure? Ooh, interesting. That's very interesting. A Marvel Legends wave. I think I would do, it would have to be like based off of Spider-Man PS4. It would be like just like a Spider-Man PS4 wave, right? And it would be, oh, you know what the Build-A-Figure would be? It would be that big like monster that the big like demon monster that Mr. Lee turns into. He doesn't turn into him, but it like manifests out of him. You have to fight him like halfway through the game. Just the big demon monster. That would be the Build-A-Figure. I don't know how the paint-ups would work. I don't know how the legs would work, because you can't really see his legs, and that thing is just massive. So it would totally be off scale, but that would be the Build-A-Figure. I don't know how it would work, but get it on the line. And it would be one of those like 7 figure lines where like one of the figures is so sought after that it doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, and I think that one would be like an undies Spider-Man. Yeah, it would be it would be so funny, like an undie Spider-Man. Like, how amazing is that? Like, I would love an undie Spider-Man. You have no idea. And the rest of the 6 would be, so okay, I'm gonna base this off of like not availability, but likelihood of us getting these figures. So like, it's not likely that we're gonna get these, so probably like a regular like ESU or like day-to-day Peter Parker, just a Peter Parker, with like a mask and an interchangeable, just like Peter Parker had. It would be that, the Secret War suit, which is like all black. I love that suit. It's so amazing. So okay, 6. So the Secret War suit, normal Peter Parker, the negative suit to go with the monster, and the wrestler suit. I think I would prefer, yeah, the wrestler suit, as in, yeah, so we're going off of Spider-Man PS4, so no 2002 wrestler, it would be the Spider-Man PS4 wrestler suit. And the, like, the vintage comic book Spider-Man suit with like different paint apps to make it look like it's from like the 60s, and the cyborg suit for sure. Yeah. And that'd be an easy one though. It would be like just like a pizza Spider-Man, but like with a Bucky arm. That'd be cool. So yeah, there you go. That would be it. Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, Jan Ezekiel Sornito. How many action figures do you have? Oh no. Honestly, I don't want to know. I don't want to count. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I did count how many elites I have, and I have 195 elites. Or 194, because I have one basic. So, yeah. There you go. The creator. What is your top 10 Marvel Legends in your collection? I am going to not answer this, but the creator, thank you so much, because this is a video idea for the future. So, just, I guess, stay tuned, because that's coming up. Saul Aguirre. Go. Whoa, that is interesting. Okay, that's not a question. Thank you. Sorry. Unknown Slender. How many dollars do you think you spent on figures? Like in total, or how much do I spend? Because I don't know. In total, I don't know. I've been collecting for a long time now. Again, it's one of those things that I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I feel like enough to buy me like a Ferrari nowadays. That's really sad. No, it's not, but I don't want to know. Felipe M. YouTube Q&A. What is your favorite action figure? Or the Elite 16 Kevin Nash, or the NECA Nathan Drake. And the same person. What is your favorite Spider-Man action figure? GCI Buzzy. Will you do SH Figure Arts Ronin? Nope, I do not do SH Figure Arts. They are way too expensive, and I'm very happy with Marvel Legends, so nope, sorry. WWE King Sangol. Favorite other YouTubers? Other. Oof. Yikes. I don't think I watch people outside of WWE. I guess the WWE ones would be just Burnout Inc. for sure. Burnout Inc. And Wall and Customs. The top two people that I watch. And yeah, Wadfix was a big one, but he stopped being active. And WWE got boring, so everything anybody was buying was just like modern stuff that I did not care about, so yeah. Dan DA Gamer 07. When did you start collecting and why? I started I started collecting back in 2011 when I was like 10. 2011. Why? I started because, you know what? I've always been a collector. I've always had stuff. I've always collected like rocks and sticks, and we used to go to McDonald's and I would want all of the toys, like the entire set. Just the toys. I wouldn't even eat anything. I would just want the toys. So when I got really into WWE back in like 2009, you know, I wanted everything to do with that, you know. So one time I was just, you know, watching John Cena beat the crap out of Randy Orton on a computer, and I remember just thinking, like, there has to be like toys out of this, right? So I go over to Amazon and I pop in WWE toys, I don't know, enter, and Elite 11 came up, and the first figure I saw was the Elite 10 Yoshitatsu. So yeah, from that I remember just, I think that was the first time I ever fell in love with anything. I was like 11, I was like 10, and I remember just looking and it was like, wow, that's amazing. So I called my dad, and because I was living back home back then, and he was in California back then. So I called him and I was like, oh my god, I think I need these, you know. And he was like, okay, next time you come over, you know, to visit me, we're getting them. So, and that's what happened in the summer. I went over to California and we got my first elites, my first figures, which were Elite 11 Cena, Elite 9 Orton, Elite 11 Ray, Elite 10 John Morrison, and Elite 8 Sheamus. And a couple of basics that I remember in a ring. But yeah, why? I couldn't tell you why. I fell in love with it the moment I made eye contact with that Elite 11 Yoshitatsu, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I want. So yeah, thank you for that. Iron Spider 28, favorite MCU movie? Captain America, Winter Soldier, for sure. Vivid Chill. Can I get a shout out? You know, this is actually really smart because it's one of my policies that I don't give out shout outs to people, but this is actually awesome because I had to say your name. So, you've outsmarted the system, my friend, and I think by doing that you do deserve this shout out. So, Vivid Chill, everybody, go do your thing. He's probably great. Iron Spider 28, favorite live action Spider-Man movie. Live action? Live action. As in, oh, so everything other than live action. So anything other than Into the Spider-Verse, right? Probably Spider-Man 3 from 2004. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 for sure. Camille Makiba, sorry. Question 1, will you sell more figures? 2, what's your favorite Marvel Legends and how old are you? 1, will I sell more figures? Probably in the future, not right now. But yeah, thanks for asking. What's your favorite Marvel Legends? And how old am I? How old am I? I am 17 years old. I'm going to college this August, upcoming August. It's crazy. I have like 20 days left. Oof, it's kind of scary. Ducking cat. I thought this, if I had a nickel for every time I read this, I'd be a billionaire. I thought you were an 11-year-old boy or something when I saw a video of yours 6 months ago. Then I watched a recent one and you said you were a 17-year-old girl. I was like, WTF. That's not a question, but thank you. Again, if I had like a penny, not even a nickel, if I had a penny for every time I read something like, I thought you were a boy, I would, oh my god. It's so much money. The same person. Who is your favorite wrestler? Do you think WWE is getting worse or better? And what's your favorite movie of all time? Who's my favorite wrestler? Randy Orton. Do I think WWE is getting worse or better? It is definitely getting worse. But like worse is so relative because I think there's great talent. You know, I stopped watching like a year ago, but and there's people that I do not care about, but I have not one doubt in my mind that they're so cool and so talented. Like, I have no problem in the people, in the wrestlers. They're probably awesome. You know, they're awesome people. And awesome at their job. But what's happening is that the way they're running things sucks. And, you know, and since the beginning of the PG era was awful. You know, there's no blood, there's no cursing, there's no this is gonna sound awful, but there's no like over-sexualization of women, which it's awful, but you know, that's what used to be fun, and that's like, you know, not acceptable anymore. And I'm okay with that not being a thing, but I mean, there's nothing interesting anymore. The thing goes on for 3 hours and it's the same thing every week over and over again, and it's the same bookings, the same people.